Hi everybody, today is December 6th. It is the feast of St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas was a 4th century bishop of Myra in Asia Minor. And St. Nicholas was a model pastor by all accounts and a model of charity, especially towards young people. He is also the patron of Russia and the patron of Greece. So he's a very suitable patron as well for ecumenical discussions between Eastern and Western Christianity. In fact, in Bari, Italy, where his relics are enshrined, the Dominicans had conducted an institute there for promoting ecumenism and understanding between Eastern and Western Christianity. So we might also pray to St. Nicholas for St. Nicholas' intercession today in peace happening in Russia, where he is the patron, and that the people there, especially their leadership, turn their eyes to Christ. I want to point out too that St. Nicholas has absolutely nothing to do with the myth of Santa Claus. I don't know whether Santa Claus really serves us well as followers of Jesus, the way it has developed. A lot of people say to me, Father, I raised my kids in the Catholic. They went to Catholic school. They went to Mass every Sunday, and yet they don't go to church anymore. They don't practice their faith, and of course, that's a very complex issue, but I don't think it's of minor importance how we've been, seduced into this myth of Santa Claus in our culture. Because what do? Little children, little children, their image of God is pretty much influenced by how their parents are, because their parents are really God for them when they're very little. They provide all the things that God provides for us, all our needs and things like that. And one's image of God comes from, in many ways, from the early images that children have of their parents psychologically. And so, think about this. What do? We lie to our children. We lie to our children. We go to great extents to lie to our children, insisting that there is a Santa Claus. We might also do that with the Easter Bunny, and it's interesting that both of these myths come around the highest holy days of the Christian mystery, the incarnation and the resurrection of Jesus. But they get supplanted and overcovered by Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. What do? Again, we lie to little children. We tell them there is a Santa Claus. We insist on it. We put a lot of energy into promoting that myth. And then someday, at the same time that we're doing that, we're telling them to believe in Jesus. So children eventually learn, oh, my parents lied to me about Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus. They lied to me about the Easter Bunny. There is no Easter Bunny. And I wonder if deep down in one's subconscious, or even outwardly, they say, well, they probably were lying about Jesus too. It makes a lot of sense. And even those of us who do have faith, we struggle with faith in our world. And I wonder if it's because of that deeply embedded thing in our hearts where we were disillusioned about these other wonderful characters, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Jesus, that we were all told to believe in. And we found out that two of them were lies. We're just being lied to. So I just wonder how much it gives us problems in faith, as well, even those of us who have faith, not to mention those who leave the faith. It just doesn't become real anymore. So, something for us to think about. Do we want to continue promoting this myth? Both Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny are manipulated by marketing to make us buy more stuff and to make us more materialistic and to buy more things. So, the magic of Christmas, there is no magic to Christmas. Magic is not of the Lord, but there is the wonder. There is enough marvel in Christmas about the wonder of the incarnation that God, out of his love, becomes one of us, even to the point of becoming a little baby, completely defenseless and vulnerable, just because he wants to be close to us, just because he wants to love us and save us. That in itself is enough obviously, for the wonder of Christmas. And so better to teach our children, put our energy into, the generosity, the love for the poor among whom Jesus was born, that happens in Christmas, instead of putting all this energy into constructing this elaborate myth about a character we eventually tell them, oh, well, he doesn't exist after all. We were just telling you that all these years. So, that's something for us to think about as Christians. So, what's happening soon here at the Church of St. Therese? We have the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, a holy day of obligation, is this Thursday. Masses will be at noon and at 6 p.m. On Friday night, we have our next Theater and Theology, or movie discussion night. We'll be looking at a beautiful movie, a theatrical film about St. Paul. It was just made a few years ago. It's very inspiring. So come and join us. All are welcome. We talk about the movie afterwards, after we watch it. The Knights of Columbus are having wonderful full breakfast on Sunday, this coming Sunday, between the Sunday morning masses. And also too, I will be going away on mission to Honduras and El Salvador in just, 8 days. But I'll be home for Christmas, as they say. And I could sing it for you, but I won't. So pray for me that I come back alive and I come back healthy. And if you also want to support in sending me on this mission, as I'm raising funds to do so, you will have an opportunity again this weekend to make an offering for that. Also, let's all please pray for the pastor of St. B Church in Williamsburg, Monsignor Joe Lehman, who was away with parishioners on a cruise and has become gravely ill with COVID and pneumonia and is in intensive care in Atlanta. So let's please pray for Father Joe, that he comes home safely and that he is healed completely. Advent peace.